Learning the open chords, also known as cowboy chords kind of in slang, is a big step for learning beginning guitar. And in this particular instance, we'll be learning the D chord. So here's the chord diagram for it, and I'll show you in this close-up what the fingering for this chord actually looks like. So to play the open D chord, you're going to take your index finger and you're going to place it on the 2nd fret of the G string. Then you're going to take your ring finger and place it on the 3rd fret of the B string. And then you're going to take your middle finger and place it on the 2nd fret of the high E string. So it's going to look like this. It's almost like a little triangle, if you will. And to play it, you are going to start on the D string and just play down. So you don't want to hit the low E or the A string. So I'll show that over here. You're going to just be playing from the D string on down. So it's only 4 strings that you're strumming. Try not to get the E, low E, or the A string in there. And if you want, you can kind of have a little insurance policy, if you will, and take your thumb and wrap it over the top to mute those 2 strings so that you can strum all of them, but only the D string through the high E string will actually ring out. As I always mention, to get the best tone, what you're going to want to do is use the very tip of your fingers. You can see where the string's indented in on mine. You don't want to use the pad here. And also you want to get as close to the metal of the fret as possible. So right up next to it without being on top. So you don't necessarily want to be in the middle like this, but as close to the fret as possible. That's pretty much all there is to it. At first, your D chord, your open D chord, probably isn't going to sound as nice and clear as that. It might be kind of muddy and janky like that. And there really is no other way to get around it. There's no shortcuts. You just got to put in your reps. You just got to get your practice. Just do this every day. And I know it's tedious and you might not like the results at first, but if you keep at it, your fingers will adjust. You'll be able to kind of dial in that particular positioning and it will get better over time. One other little tip is that if you arpeggiate the chord, so that's just playing one note sequentially after the other, just slowly, then you can identify which of the strings in particular might be buzzing out and you can address that problem individually. So that makes it a lot easier rather than just kind of trying to power through it and adjust everything in one go. Dialing in and figuring out which string in particular is giving you trouble and which finger is probably the quickest way to dial in that tone and make it sound better. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning on in. We'll catch you next time. Adios, amigos.